Hi, chat. Hi, friends. All right, we're here. Back for another session of an Extremis. We'll be down a Deontay and a Sarah tonight, but they will be here in spirit. And seeing as how we just had battle, everyone's likely safe for a bit. Don't want to rule anything out, but probably okay. As we all remember, Bryleth recently died and was resurrected. Because how could
Yes, we
anyone forget?
all
As we
remember.
all remember.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. So everyone safely made it back to the Tempest last session, very end of last session. Thanks to a couple of Bryleth's party members offering support as she cannot walk on her own currently, and then Vic helping along the ship. I think everyone kind of settled. No, I think we just kind of ended it there, arriving on the ship, getting, beginning to settle in. Um, there's plenty to be done here in Staffney Island with Liazana's lead in the Asylum in the lower district, um, with a purported ex-member of the Order of the Spectres residing there. However, the parties also achieved their main goal already, with procuring that piece of ancient technology on Ellie's behalf. And a fat ton of loot. Yeah. Um, please feel free to. Oh my gosh, Sarah has a list. If you remember what your item is and you have your character built in D&D Beyond, please feel free to add it. If not, I'll try and remember what it is, or you can DM me if you're like, this is one, and I'll throw it in Fantasy Grounds. But here we are. Very exciting. All right. Well, I think, what are we in spring? Yeah, as you left the auction house via that back route and everything, there you could see some of the smoke rising up in the air from the two areas that were bombed or where the explosions took place, likely as a distraction by the pirates, and rising up over the city, and this soft pattering rain was falling. As you approach the ship, by the time you get there, you hear some soft rolls of thunder in the distance, and the wind and rain pick up a little bit. But you've all returned to the ship. Um, it's pretty late at night, maybe 10:30, 11, because I think the auction was a little bit on the late side. And what would you all like to do as Bryleth is being sort of helped along by Vic below decks?
Yeah, Bonus staying with Bryleth.
Can we tell Sunray that we got the technology before
I would like to.
we do a full rest?
I would like to look at it first to make sure it's fine.
I think that's yeah, okay. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I want to look over it to make sure that it's in working condition before we go and let her know. I mean, we didn't get a chance to take a look at any of the stuff that we got. We just kind of ran out of there, so.
Yeah, and I think as long as I'm sure Cashless would want to take a look at it too, and Ash. Bryleth, what do you think?
Bryleth was taken downstairs by Vic.
Bryleth was already taken downstairs by Vic.
Okay.
I missed that from 3 seconds ago.
You're fine. I mean, technically, you could mental message her. Just.
Yeah, I don't think Xia would want to get into Bryleth's mind space right now. So I think, well, just not to be intrusive, right? It's like of everything that Bryleth's been through, and also how crappy Xia has been to Bryleth over the last couple days. So I think Zia's probably just gonna go to bed after making sure that like Cassius and Synestaire have like everything secured from the auction.
I would definitely let them go aside. And where's Carmine? Carmine's with Bryleth.
Yes. All
right. So I just I'll send a mental message to Carmine to tell him, now let her rest. Don't you fret over her. She should be fine.
Can almost connect with Carmine's worry over her. With that kind of that feeling.
I'm worried too, but worrying's not going to help her. Just let her rest is going to help her.
Feel them, Carmine, pull a little piece from that.
Okay, good. All right, and then I just kind of look at Xia and Cassius and the rest of them. It's like, shall we go to the, I guess, captain's quarters to look at the things?
Yeah, Cassius agreed. We should sort out everything, all the items, make sure we got everything we paid for.
I'll just go up to the captain's quarters with Xia and Cassius.
All right. Oh, who wants to open the door and set the scene?
I open it a lot, and you know what it's going to look like. It's going to look like the West Wing.
Nice.
If I open the door.
I feel
So
like
I want Xia to open it this time because I'm kind of intrigued to see what she does.
I'm gonna say though, like if Zia's opening it, she's definitely at like disadvantage for if it's a roll for how it goes or something, because like, yeah, her mental space is not.
Oh,
great.
Okay.
But that might be really funny.
Yeah,
Something horrible.
That's amazing. What? So Zia's thought as she's opening the door, what would be the ideal setting, and then what might be in her mind that has her nervous, or otherwise unsettled?
So like, I guess the ideal setting would be some sort of like processing area with like plenty of places to potentially like have records and like store each item safely, just like within its own special area constructed for it. And
A bat cave?
yeah.
Nice.
Kind of like how like in some incarnations he's got like all the different like
Cases.
rogue gallery kind of looking type thing.
Nice.
Just that, it's Zia's inner Virgo, she can gotta have it all together. But her mind is just like, so, like, we treated Bryleth horribly. Bryleth almost died, and Xia was super powerless to stop it. Like bad roll after bad roll after bad roll after bad roll. So, I guess the thing living in her mind is that she's just not able to protect the people who are closest to her or value them as she should.
Okay. Would you kindly roll a d20 and just let me know if you get evens or odds, please?
Okay. Even.
Okay. Yeah, you draw open or you pull open the two double doors, the French doors there. I guess they would probably pull out. I forget if they're sliding. Anyway, they open up. Doesn't matter. They open up. And inside, it looks as though you're in a large canvas tent, maybe 50 feet wide by almost 40 feet deep. There seems to be an opening drawn on the other side that empties out, pours out into what was maybe once like a grassy knoll, but has a lot of dust and worn out spots in it. You hear the sounds of black powder cannons and other sounds of a larger scale battle as you know them. Inside, it's a triage center. A lot of very wounded individuals are being brought in here, one on a stretcher as you all walk in. They seem almost beyond help, and there's only one individual in here that's hustling about trying to help them. They're just not getting the help that they need or that they may deserve. But there's a couple of larger like tables for war planning in there where you can sort out your stuff as well.
So is her go-to is mash, basically.
Ah, jeez, a
Jeez.
bit, a bit.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like, I'm kind of getting a Trapper John MD sort of vibe, or whatever
Yeah.
that show is called.
Nice, nice.
Dr. Quinn,
Uh,
medicine woman.
but yeah,
Awesome.
there
Yeah,
would
there
definitely
it is.
be.
Nailed it.
I could definitely see Cassius kind of just like giving it like, Xia, what the fuck, kind of look.
Synestaire kind
Everything
of
all
just
right,
like
Sia? Yeah.
Synestaire just kind of looks her up and down, like, and just kind of shakes it off and goes sits down at the table.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of those things where like Xia obviously knows that it's not real, but it does like remind her of a particular memory from her childhood, and so like it's definitely like slightly traumatic. But of course, what D&D character doesn't have something like this in their backstory? Anyway, I think eventually like she would kind of get her nerve and be able to sit down and with Cassius and everybody and start dealing everything.
Oh God. You know, like from all the trauma of putting Bryleth's guts back into her body and wrapping her up, he just shakes his head. Like, I know it was traumatic, Xia, but geez, we don't have to relive it again.
Do you think I was really like trying to make this happen? Like, do you think this is something I came in here actively intending to do?
Well, it's on your mind.
Well,
you know.
of course it's on my mind. Is it not on yours?
Yes, but you know,
we can go out and you can open the door.
I'm fine. It just gives me a little bit more insight on you, and I know that we've been through a lot, but none of it was any of our faults. That the pirates decided to crash the auction, and you know, we did the best we could in that situation, and nobody blames you for what happened. And she's back. She's back. So, you know, this does not need to play out in your mind anymore.
The last thing I said to Bryleth was like chastising her and telling her how she wasn't adding to the group.
That's a bit rough, but
if we hadn't been able, that's how it would have ended. And I don't want that to happen.
Well, we all don't want that to happen, Xia, but you can't possibly fault yourself for that. I mean, we've all have our shortcomings, and we've all said things, and I know I've said plenty of things that could have been said better, but this isn't the first time, Xia, that Bryleth and Liazana and even Ashavar has gotten injured in battle or placed themselves in a position that was less than optimal. But you can't fault yourself for that. I mean, your words would have never done that in the first place. You can blame the pirates, but don't blame yourself.
Let's just look over everything, and maybe after in the morning we can hopefully regroup.
Well, if you feel bad about it and you actually feel bad, you might want to apologize or not.
I think that would be the least that I could do. Fair.
Or not. I mean, whatever.
Cassius would probably just add something like, but it didn't work out that way. We're here. She's okay. And now you've got an opportunity to learn from it and say what you need to say to her.
Yeah.
Let's see what this technology is. I'm interested in that.
Should we get Ash to maybe as well? He has some interest in, but I know like Cassius obviously is more familiar with the ship than any of us at this point.
Well, from what we understand, this isn't something we've seen. Any of us have really seen.
Does it seem similar to you in any way, Cassius?
He'll take a look over it. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you rolled a natural one. I'm so sorry, Cassius. No. But we probably should call Asha in if she's dealt with at least some of this stuff that's on ships.
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Okay.
It's a cantrip for me. So
Yep.
that's a raven eyes.
Yeah. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, everything gets kind of put out on the table. All these magic pings are going off. There's definitely a very strong sense of magic from the ancient technology, which again in appearance looks like it's effectively a glass dome, like almost akin to a large snow globe. Has clockwork inside. This glass dome, a bunch of intricate crystalline lattice work inside. There's a purplish blue light that seems to emanate from energy created as these sprockets and gears and other things spin about within it. There's also little atmospheric bits of like a snowflake-like material, very very much like a snow globe, that kind of float down and about. All these spinning gears in different directions. It's a bit gyroscopic inside as well. All self-contained within this. Seems to be operating. It's ticking, it's clicking and moving.
So I can tell it's working and it's held together by arcane means. Does it tell me what school of magic it is?
Oh geez. Yeah, if your spell does that, then it definitely does.
It should. Yeah, I mean, detect magic should give me the nature.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Transmutation.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, Synestaire, what did you learn?
It's beautiful. It's pretty Brocken. Do you know the nature of magic? Well, how do I put this to someone who doesn't know? This type of magic, well, you know, it's a state that can change one form to another. You know, that's what it's giving me, that it has the ability to do that. Whether it's to change it from one form to like maybe liquid to solid or male to female, or, you know, I don't know. I just know it has the ability to change. It's magic, and nature has to deal with changing. So,
What do you think Sunray would want with something like that? For like a power source? Or
well, if it's supposed to be in concert with maybe part of the machinations of a ship, maybe it could temporarily adjust the form of the ship to that of another. Or maybe from one area to another. You know, I don't know exactly the nature of the change or transformation. It has the ability to do so.
Okay. So maybe just in case it changes the properties of our ship, we might want to be careful with messing around with it.
Well, I also think we need to be careful. As long as we're on the ship, we should be fine. But I do think that we need to be mindful and maybe possibly put this up, since other people may be looking for it. If they can do similar things like I can, they might be able to ascertain its location from us. Maybe we should put it back in the bag. But let Miss Sunray know.
Yeah. Do we want to make that call tonight or in the morning?
I think tonight we all need a good rest and drink. I've been starving for a drink. It's been Hours.
I'm trying to remember with the basement area how difficult it was to detect things within there. I mean, I know we managed to clean it up, but I wonder putting things down there might. What do you think, Cassius? Would that make it less detectable than if it was in the captain's quarters?
Well, I think that the hull now is just like any other part of the ship after that
Okay.
guardian sucked away whatever that was. But this seems to be a whole different space, although I think when we leave it spits things out.
I think we should put it in a bag.
Oh, we have our bag of holding. Will it fit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might fit. I think it will. It's like 3.5 by, 2
At that
feet
point,
here.
it's in an interdimensional space. You'd have to be pretty dang good at tracking to find it then.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm okay with calling Sun right now and telling her what happened.
I just hope that we are safe at the moment, since there's active attacks going around the city. But yes, Miss Sundray does need to know that we have our mission, what we came here to do in the first place. It's mighty quick, actually. We're pretty efficient. I mean, despite people dying all the time in battle, or almost dying in battle, I should say, we do get things done.
Yeah,
And that's a positive.
Hey, Cassius, can we call Alien One?
Yeah, I think let's clue everyone in, and that way Bryleth can listen if she wants to, or block us out. And yeah, let's get her on the line. And he'll kind of close his eyes for a moment and reach out. Alienor, this is Cassius and all of us. We found some your ancient tech. We got it at a cost. Bryleth nearly died, but she died. Brought her back. We have. He's gonna pause and shoot a direct message to Liazana, knowing that she had some other business here. Are we staying here to follow up on that lead before we head out?
I think it'd be a good idea for us to stay here because Bryleth needs to recover. I don't think it'd be a good idea to.
Sorry, he's gonna send that like just directly to Liazana. My bad.
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, who is messaging me?
This is Cassius. Everyone's talking to Allie, but he realizing Allie might want you all to return. He's checking with you first, knowing that you had a lead here. Not knowing what it's about, but that you had asked about the Order of the Spectres, and that you were all given a lead here. Are we pursuing that first before we head out? We'll back you up if that's what we're doing.
I would really like to pursue that lead.
Yeah.
If at all possible.
Continue with Allie then. We have a few things to wrap up, let Bryleth heal, and a lead or two to follow. Then tell us where you want us, and we'll bring it there. Kind of looks around at everyone. See if we all kind of have anything you want to add. The outgoing message.
Synastaire's resisting the urge to add ambiance music to the chat, so
Nice.
he's unusually quiet, he's just kind of like in deep thought. Looking over.
If no one else has anything to add, then what you got? I'm sorry, Bryleth, was that you? Or Xia?
Yeah, I was just gonna also potentially shoot something to Liazana real quick and be like, take care of Bryleth, okay?
I will.
And then at that point, Zia's gonna be like, I'm heading to bed.
Oh, Allie, I just thought of something. You said that there was some leads on the royal, some of the drow families. You don't have to get to me right away. I was just wondering, how's the progress on that?
You send your message out, but you're not hearing a reply currently. It is sort of like an active phone call versus message, but nothing right
Wow. And then he just drops out the chat.
now. Nice, nice.
All right.
All right, so Xia, you turn and head. Oh, do you want Cassius pauses? Oh, Xia, and do we want to? Since we're not getting a reply, well, here's he passes you that hilt to the sword. Don't want you to forget that. Everyone kind of passes it out to you.
Zia will take it and just kind of like be like, I'll earn this in time, and walk away with it.
Right, and see Synestaire, head out, and he's gonna nod to yeah, I'm just. It's time for some rest. Please, everyone, collect your stuff. I'll bring the other bits down. And just in a meta way, I have given, so Cassius has his all-purpose tool. I've put in Bryleth's bag the Guardian Emblem and the Amulet of the Devout. The quiver is in your bag now, Liazana. Ashavar has the Astral Shard, Xia of the Sun Sword. That leaves Elven Chain in the bag of holding.
So good. So good.
Who, now Synestaire, I think, is the one that won the bid on the Elven Chain, but did you have someone that you were intending that to go to?
It could go to me, Liazana, or Bryleth. But, he was intending it to go to him.
Okay.
But he realizes I don't get hit in battle. Me. Me. But he would definitely want to keep the bag of holding for sure. But I think he's going to take the chainmail with him and just kind of think about it in his room about who it should go to between the actual people that need it, probably.
All right. I will do that then. And the bag of holding I'll put in your inventory as well. This is just in D&D Beyond. I'll get it. I forget what we have set up for D&D Beyond, but I'll organize that soon if it's not. Bag of holding. I love these. Okay. Elven chain, perfect. Okay, let me close all that out because I'm such a terrible multitasker. There we go.
So does he be selfish or does he give it away? No.
Nice. All right, so as everyone begins to sort of head off to bed, I guess I just want to check in on first Liazana. It sounds like you're down caring for Bryleth.
Yes.
Okay. Didn't know if I was just transferring that. Transferring some feelings on that. Okay, good. So you're actually there. Go ahead. You and Vic have rested Bryleth down as comfortably as she can be in her bed, as her feet kind of hang off the end. Vic's pulled a little, stool up and stack up some pillows so her feet rest up on that, laying peacefully, on her back. Bryleth, you're sort of so exhausted that you're kind of in and out of consciousness here as you're finally comfortably laying in bed. There's a bucket of, and a mop of warm water.
That's a reoccurring theme on this ship.
It really is. I love it. So Vic has, put one of those claws on your forehead and just, he's turned to leave and told Liazana from his fairly limited medical expertise, just shares. Change that cloth out every so often, and keep her dab away in his sweats and just make sure she's comfortable and drinking as much as she can. And she'll be better, a wee bit better in the morning.
Thank you, Vic. I appreciate it.
If you need anything, come find me. And he'll kind of walk out and close the door behind him, leaving you two in there. What would you like to do, Liazana? Yep, there's poor Bryleth.
Dips.
Seriously. She's I mean, she's just gonna let Bryleth rest, but she's just gonna kind of like keep an eye on her, and if she looks like she's resting well, then Liazana's gonna trance. Do full trance, so 4 hours,
Okay.
and then she'll just keep taking care of Bryleth.
Okay. You have Bryleth seems a little restless, so you spend a little bit of time sort of, carrying, making her comfortable on the pillow, dabbing at her forehead with the cloth. Bryleth, for you, you're kind of phasing in and out of consciousness.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of fuzzy and everything else, but you get glimpses through your mostly closed eyes every so often of Liazana's form. And everyone has their own certain scent, right? And so there's this delightful, scent for like at least half the crew has nice
Yeah,
smells.
right.
And this is one of those. So even though you can't quite make out for sure that it's Liazana, you know her, that scent, and it washes over you. You know that she's there by your bedside, caring for you.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to mutter in your half sleep, or you just straight sleeping?
Yeah, I would say if kind of half waking up, but or like in between sleeping. Liazana, you don't have to stay with me. You can go. It's okay. You can if you want. Okay. And she'll kind of like hold out a hand for her to hold.
Liazana will gently take your hand.
Okay. She will hold Liazana's hand as she drifts back off to sleep.
We'll kind of like dab the sweat off your face again. Just make sure you're comfortable.
Right. The peaceful sounds of the rain now pattering a little heavier on the wood of the ship. Really very conducive to good rest. So everyone that's looking to rest and or trance is able to do so easily. As the morning rolls around, the thunderstorm persists, but it's a nice, calm, not quite driven rain, but a nice heavy rain, soft rolls of thunder. The storm's not too close. And you have all of your items. You have the ancient technology, a lead. And this morning, Bryleth, you feel a little bit better, slightly more energized in that. Well, I have so many experiences with where people being bedridden in the hospital, and the first thing they do when they can walk is pee. They go to the bathroom. So you wake up and you really have to pee, and you're thinking, you know what? I think I can walk today. I'm not going to need someone to carry me over there and watch me. Okay. So you do so if you wish to. You're able to walk. Your speed is halved. Yeah. Your head feels like it's split. Your sides, your torso is so it's very painful, very painful. A great deal of pain, joints, kind of everything. Your neck is really just everything's terrible, but you can walk a little bit. Okay.
So is that down to 4 exhaustion points then?
Mm-hmm. Hooray.
And everything else is still in effect, right? Or no, the speed is up a little bit.
Instead of having 0 speed, it's now half speed.
All right.
Okay. Anything that Bryleth and Liazana want to do in the morning? I swear I'm not trying to hang on that. Just I know that you'll have actual things maybe to do before heading up.
I'm actually really hungry.
Oh, I can get you some food if you want.
Sure. Do I feel like, Dan, that I could kind of with assistance get to the galley?
And you're really sore from being in bed in the same position. So
Yeah, I think I want to maybe walk around a bit. Could you help me to the galley, Liazana? I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. And she's
Okay.
gonna awkwardly like try to get under her arm, even with the height difference.
Bryleth will accommodate as much as she can. Come on.
leaps up and kind of like wraps around your shoulders and licks your face from the side and rests their head down on your front paws.
As Liazana is helping her, Bryleth will kind of like sometimes rest her head on Liazana as they're walking.
Okay. All right. Of course, Cassius and Ashavar, they're heading there as well. Synestaire, what are you doing this morning? Are you getting up to join breakfast?
You mean my dinner?
Yeah.
I guess he got enough rest, and he's just like, he's probably been, cleaning the armor, smelling it, looking at it, taking it in, and he's probably been thinking, about, for the longest, he's been standoffish towards everybody, not very conversational, probably hasn't been playing music, and just kind of go up to his quarters, get something to eat, go back to his quarters. He's barely made a dent in any of the wine. So he's just gonna go and have the armor just laid across his bed, and just go upstairs to the galley in order to retrieve some wine to bring back.
Nice.
And the last thing he wants to see is Bryleth and Liazana, but I think this is funny.
Yeah. Awesome. So everyone is sort of convening on the galley. How about Xia?
I think Xia might have gone to like Vic's room at some point during the night, and then probably if Vic was the one getting up to start breakfast, she would have gone with them.
Okay.
And probably had a conversation about the meat sources. Okay, like we probably need to create a list of things to apologize for.
Hey.
And then plan like a nice vegan meal in the morning for Bryleth.
Right. And yeah, once you get there to the galley, a little bit ahead, of course, of everyone else, Vic will kind of scratch his head at some vegan trying to understand the vegan menu, and kind of ask you every so often, like, do you think that this is what I?
Yeah, what's tofu?
Have
you heard of that?
I don't. It's a mystery. It's
Yeah, I'm sure you could fry it.
probably best too. I mean, folks the
Deep
sponginess
fry it.
again. Yeah.
Just use the vegetable oil. Don't use the animal fat we've been using.
Right.
The fry.
Oh, this is difficult.
Oh, this is gonna be hard. We'll figure it out.
Hey,
And
it's
so, like,
off that.
there's gonna be like pots and pans like flying all over the place. They're trying to figure out what it's gonna be.
Perfect.
There's gonna be a hearty discussion on whether honey counts.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Oh man.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh, perfect.
But hopefully, eventually, they come up with like a nice dish.
Perfect.
Maybe like a masala, like a tofu masala or something.
Perfect. That's it then. All right. So ultimately, everyone will, Cassius and Ashavar probably arrive first, and to find a bit of a weary Xia and Vic after trying to sort all this out, chunk of the morning. And while they are all in the galley, Synestaire, you're walking around a corner, and as you do, Liazana and Bryleth are sort of just partway down the hallway around the corner. All of you meeting up and headed towards the hallway for the galley.
Uh, you know that kind of awkward thing, like you just kind of round the corner and there's someone you don't run to talk to or see. You're just like,
Yeah.
so he's just like, damn, you know.
Do we see Synestaire? Okay.
Definitely.
I'm just gonna kind of just get up onto the other side of Bryleth. Nice to see you two walking about. Are you going to try and stretch your legs and maybe?
was
I
getting
know
tired.
after battle wounds. Yeah. You do need to walk about, and he's gonna kind of just gingerly like see if the bandages are dry or in place, if they're clean or nothing or something, and I'll help you.
Okay.
You gonna get something to eat?
Yeah, I thought we'd go down to we go to the galley and get some breakfast. Have you had anything to eat
You
yet,
people in-
Synestaire?
I'm still getting accustomed to this breakfast that you guys
Oh, right.
insist on having. Um, I was really just going to get myself some refreshment and possibly look at some of the items that we got from the auction. Um,
Oh, right.
he's
Did
just
we
helping
get
her around the corner, and
did we get everything that we were after?
I believe we did, really.
Okay.
I know that you guys put it in there. I would assume he has the bag of holding with him, and he says, "Well, I can give it to you at breakfast."
Okay.
if you like.
That's fine. Thank you, Synestaire, for helping and for holding the items.
Yes, sir. he just kind of gives a kind of like a stone faced look, like he wants to say something to her, but he's fighting to be nice.
Nice.
Let's get you to breakfast for nourishment.
Okay. Thanks.
And then he just looks at Liazana because he knows that she kept the order of the Spectres. Looks like you're feeling a little better too.
Yeah. Well, for the most part.
Well, let's go to breakfast and maybe we can plot our revenge on those pirates. Extra pointed look.
Sure.
Nice.
Really hungry.
I hope they have parodies. He's trying to do small talk, but kind of trails off. Yeah.
Alright. To the galley.
Right. Continue
At a
along.
very slow pace.
You have you've been bound a bit around your abdominal part of your torso, where that grievous wound was. So there's a wincing pain with walking as you're trying to stabilize yourself with your core. But you make it down. Just you're pushing through the pain, eager to sit down.
Oof.
However, when you arrive in the galley, probably Vic will probably nudge you. No, Vic will probably
Xia?
nudge you, Xia. Oh, there she is. Go ahead.
Oh, have we finished the menu? Like, do you think it's perfect? Like, is it good? Like,
There's only one way to find out now. If she wants it, right? It's good. It's good. It has to be.
okay. Pray to the gods that this works.
Oh, aye.
And like Xia will very like awkwardly kind of slide out and just kind of go like vaguely in Bryleth's direction, being like, "Hi,
Yeah, hi.
how are you feeling?"
You know. Oh, okay.
You should sit down. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Well, Vic and I have prepared a breakfast for you, but we don't want to overwhelm you at all in any way. So, it's all vegan, so you don't have to worry about like choosing in any way. Just, if you're in the mood for like a tofu, a cauliflower, eggplant,
Right.
which I'm told does not contain eggs. So that's
Right.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
And then some quinoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That sounds. It all sounds so good. I'm really hungry.
Okay. Should we just bring it all out then?
Oh, sure. Yeah, that sounds. Thank you.
Okay. We would go back and give kind of Vic the we're good to go, and really pull everything kind of in.
Oops.
I go up to Vic and say, bacon and wine, please.
Oh, definitely. He goes over, he uses different bands. Oh, he gives a sigh of relief. As he says,
Thank you.
This is simple. You fries up some bacon and gets you your wine, and serves you nicely. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, thank you.
It's a really good round here.
He's gonna shoot both of them kind of a look and just be like, really? Couldn't wait.
And Synestaire is just like
cleaning out a pan.
Synestaire is like licking grease off his fingers, like, it's so good. It's so good when it's like crisp, not burnt, but not wiggly. It's really
It's just
good.
one of those looks you get at like a family function where it's like, I'm not approving of this, but I'm not going to make a big deal about it because I don't want this to become like a big thing.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
Just pours a large glass of wine.
Goes to clean out the pan and goes off to the side. He's like, oh.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, Cassius and Ashavar are sitting down there. Cassius and Ash will both get up to pull out like the seat for you, Bryleth as well, whatever they can do to also assist.
Thank you.
Of course. Here's your I don't know when and where you want your items, Bryleth, Cassius will say, but here they are. And I'll set the two items down. They're small
Thanks.
enough.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I don't know if you heard last night. We sent a message out to Allie, but we haven't heard back yet.
Oh, I hope she's okay.
Yeah, me too. But look, you take the time you need to recover before we go do anything. Okay?
Okay. Are we going to the Cloud City next?
No, and he kind of
She's
looks
gonna
over
allow
Liazana.
us to. She's gonna allow us to remain in the city for you to
okay.
rest and
Okay. Okay.
possibly, if anyone else has other things. That
I
they
definitely
might
don't
wanna
want
do
to
while we're here.
hold anyone up. But yeah.
Hold anyone up.
Yeah, I don't want to be the reason.
Hold
that you're-
anyone up.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't want to keep anyone from. I don't want to be the reason that the group's not moving on with what what they need to do.
You don't want to be the reason. But you are the reason. We need to make sure that you're taken care of. You're injured. You're hurt. You died. Now you're
Okay.
alive, and you need to rest.
Okay.
We will
Uh,
take all the time we need.
All right. Your tone's kind of
Every bit
scaring me,
until
but
you're
okay.
absolutely healed. We
Okay.
need to heal you. So you're 100%.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
And
god.
make sure that you are at your best.
And Bryleth's just gonna like look at Liazana like, I, oh, okay.
It's a just big creepy smile.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm getting it.
At
I'm
your-
getting it.
Mm.
Okay.
At your very best.
And so at that point, I feel like
Slow
Xia and Vic
bite.
would be bringing out a couple more dishes and be like, so what is everyone talking about?
Oh, breakfast, Xia. Thank you for bringing us breakfast. She needs all her nourishment.
Yes?
Bryleth's
We
gonna
need to-
kind of like, if I'm assuming Liazana's sitting beside her, is gonna kind of like link her arm with Liazana's arm, like in a kind of a I'm scared way.
It's like, okay, mind link with Cassius real quick and be like, what the hell is going on? Did I miss something?
No idea. That's not making sense to me.
Okay. So
Sister, I'm kind of getting, I hear what you're saying, but I'm kind of getting a weird, did I do something to you?
Whatever do you mean, Bryleth? I'm just so happy that you're alive, and that I just want to make sure that you're healthy, strong, and back to your tip-top shape.
Okay. All right. As if there's something that you need, I mean, okay. All right.
Oh, I don't need anything from you, Bryleth. Only just comfort that you're getting back to your old self.
Yeah, Cassius, have you brought Bryleth up to speed with Allie? And we
Yeah.
haven't heard back yet?
Yeah, Cassius did tell me, just said that, yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
I
Yeah.
hope she's okay.
Yeah. I'm sure she's just really busy, like a lot going on, and the city's been kind of a little quiet after everything that happened last night.
Yeah.
So it's probably good to lay low.
It was a lot.
Well,
It really was.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
I wanted to say that I'm just really sorry for how I treated you over the last few days, and I really hope that I can be a better friend now that I'm getting a second chance. And if there's anything you ever need, please don't hesitate.
Okay. I didn't think that you were being. I didn't think that you were being mean, or that you were doing anything. Okay.
Yeah. So I know we wanted to stay for a couple of reasons. So it's great that we get to stay and for you to recover. But you're not holding, anything back or anything, because I know that there's still a little bit of unfinished business here, and you'll shoot a look over at Liazana and be like, so, do you want to talk about that now, or do you want to talk about it later?
Unfinished business. I wonder. Whatever does that mean?
Hmm.
Finish our breakfast.
Oh.
Okay.
I
It
did
was-
get that elven armor.
Elven
Would you
armor?
like it, Captain? Yes.
Oh, I mean, sure.
That sounds more like a question.
I mean, I guess if you're willing to give it.
I think you need it.
I mean, I guess I can kind of
It'll look
understand
better
where you're
on you
coming
anyway.
from.
I think you need it. Let me go get it. And then he just leaves.
Okay.
Is Synestaire acting? Is that just me, or
I mean, Synestaire is always acting. So, but this is a lot. Cassius, Synestaire wasn't like this at all last night, right?
No, didn't seem it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening, but
And
it's probably not a big deal, right? Right?
yeah,
Liazana, do you know
he's
why
being supportive.
I honestly don't know what's going on. I can tell that he looks upset, but I don't know.
okay?
Yeah, I can. Well, actually, is it still raining outside?
As you listen, because I just happened to change the music, the the storm is there's still a heavy breeze, but the rain has let up. It's no longer raining, just a kind of a strong windy day out.
Okay. Vic and I could head into the merchants district and maybe pick up some more pillows, medicine, maybe some vegan ice cream or something, if you would like, while you're
That'd be
resting
nice. Sure. Thank you.
Vic nods
And
from
of
the
course, you
kitchen.
can mind link if you think of anything else along the way.
Okay. I feel
Okay.
very cared for.
Okay. And then Xia will probably head to the kitchen if that's where Vic is, and head out a little excursion.
All right, fun.
We don't have to play it all out if
Mhm.
we don't want to separate that, but I do want to give Liazana and Bryleth that.
Okay, all right. The Zia, you and Vic head out into the city. Cassius is going to, let's see, just work on some repairs for Lupin. Ashavar is gonna just spend a little time with Ash, studying that ancient technology, I think, today. So they'll be occupied. For Synestaire, Liazana, and Bryleth, is there anything that, or Liazana, did you want to discuss your leave before Zia stepped away, or anything?
Discuss my what? I'm sorry.
The lead, or whatever you're going to talk about after breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Just in case, but if not,
We could also role play it out in the evening after Zia gets back, if that would work better. I don't know if you want to discuss it with Bryleth or not.
I think she would probably want to wait till the evening.
okay.
Okay.
Right. So for the three left at the table, then, anything for you during the day here?
Did Synestaire come back?
Oh, right.
He's gonna take some time. He's
Yeah.
cleaning it so it can be nice and shiny.
Nice. Okay. Awesome. All right, then Bryleth and Liazana, you're left together at the table.
what happened? I mean, I know you said that you wouldn't want to talk about it the evening, but she would definitely ask you. So what? With your stuff, Liazana, did they show up at all after? At the auction house, the people that were looking for you, or that you were looking for?
I don't think that that's who was there.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
So what now? Are you going to look somewhere else for them?
Well, there is a lead here that I was hoping to go check out, but
You should do it. The group should do it. Not by yourself, of course.
Bryleth, you need to rest though.
I think in maybe a day. I'm sure I'll feel a lot better tomorrow.
I'm still worried about you.
Oh, well, I thank you for being worried about me, but I mean, we're gonna have to do something sometime, right?
I mean, you're right, but I just want to make sure that you're doing okay, and I don't want to put you in that position again.
She'll take both take both of Liazana's hands in hers as she can. Liazana, I thank you for Dan. Thank you for being I appreciate your concern, but I'm not I wouldn't take back how I wouldn't take back not what happened at the auction house, but I want to help you. And not being able to would be harder than being able to, if that makes sense.
I understand. It was very hard to see you die, and I can't feel anything but blame for myself. But somehow it was my fault.
Bryleth will very slowly, because of her side, lean in to hug Liazana and hug her tightly. And then when she pulls away, we'll just kind of with both hands on Liazana's shoulders. I felt the same seeing you get hurt. So, I mean, if you tell me not to go, and she'll kind of let go, and tell me not to go, if you don't want me involved with what you're doing, I will try to respect that. But if you would go out there and get hurt, and I wasn't there to help, I would blame myself as well. So, just if you do decide to do it with others or do it by yourself, then just don't die, okay? And don't get hurt. You're not allowed to get hurt either.
Okay.
Synestaire is probably waiting at the door for a lull in conversation before he interrupts. So he doesn't want to barge in, but he's not really eavesdropping either. So he's just kind of just waiting for them to, the timbers of their voices go up and down, and then he just kind of knocks on the door and just lets himself in.
Synestaire, well, welcome back.
I was looking at my armor, and I think I'm sufficient, Captain. I think you may benefit from this, even though it's so elegant and shiny and fits my aesthetic, and just like it just looks really good on me. But I think you can, or whatever, with or without me.
You can keep it Synestaire if you want it. Not a big deal.
He's gonna look at both of you. Despite how I feel about you two and how you insist on running into harm's way, I think you can't help it. But if you're going to do it, you should be better armored and prepared. I would like that you didn't and maybe thought more of yourselves, because if you took care of yourselves, you could take care of us. And to cast yourself aside only puts us at a disadvantage, if that makes any sense. I don't know any better way to say that. A mother takes care of herself in order to save her child.
I understand, Synestaire. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, just be better prepared. And this will help you be prepared.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, rest up, and I haven't forgotten about my vengeance. I wrote it, I just died to sing it. I'm out! Bye! And then he leaves.
Nice. Okay. Move that over to Liazana's inventory. That's just an image for y'all of the Elven. Nice. Okay. I'm going to, only because I happen to have this prepared. I look around for here it is. Okay. All right. So I'm going to of course, not to make you play things out, Xia, but there are options in the city as you head out here into that particular ward there, the market square in the center. Let's see. Let me find my sounds for it here, so we can have some ambiance. Here we go. Lower the wind down a little, crank up some city sounds, medieval city sounds. Okay.
I've been feeling fine.
Yeah,
Nice.
precisely.
I was thinking of Walking on Sunshine.
Oh,
It don't feel good.
I don't know if it would be that upbeat. Like, well, none of the explosions were in the market district, correct? From the previous night. So, I don't know if they'd be walking on sunshine after like a couple bombings and like, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe they're like, well, it was just the rich people who got bombed, so it's fine.
Nice.
I can't wait for that to be like cut out as a sound clip on this and used against me in future political campaigns.
Nice. Oh, that's amazing.
But
Well,
yeah.
okay.
So what are the couple areas that we're looking at within the market?
There's just shops galore here. There's actual physical buildings and storefronts, as well as tents erected in certain areas, and smaller stalls as well along the in between the main entrances and windows to these bigger buildings. There's so much to choose from here. I'm going to just name a couple of shops and what the gist that you see as you go by. let's see. I don't think you know. There's a Girtha's Topography shop. Looks like it's you see a woman inside. Looks like she sells maps. Um, I'll give you, assuming that you take a moment to take a look at what these might be. I'll read the actual thing for him. So she sells maps that she's found and made across the different islands. So some seem to be ones that you visited. Others seem to be ones that you have not. A little on the smaller side. Some of these are very akin to, you find a couple in a certain section being marketed as treasure maps on certain islands as well. Let's see. Oh, next door is Fran's Fortuitous Fraughts. Potions of dubious origins and craftsmanship. You are hearing from some of the people on the street, like, no, don't. No. Like, they're cheap, and some of them work, but a lot of them don't.
Oh my god.
So.
Okay. Bryleth deserves better than that.
Yes. So ironically, or just by happenstance, there's a shop called Sophie's Softies. Pillows of the highest quality, stuffed with the feathers of magic beasts and enchanted with various effects.
Okay, now we're talking.
Nice. I'll just zip down a few of the others that you're finding in this area. There's All the Rage. It's a store that sells battle axes and fashionable shirts.
Oh shit. Oh.
Let's see. Rock candy. There's this. Seems to be a, well, gosh, not an orc. What are they? I'm just gonna say orc because I can't think of the race that is in my head. There's an orc that buys and sells. Seems to be a bunch of gemstones. They talk briefly as you ask. They just find them very pretty, and so they might not be the most business savvy, but they find and collect these and then sell them. Seems to be a thing. Let's see. Oh my. There's a bloodletting. There's a store just called Bloodletting where they will buy some of your blood.
Okay.
They pay handsomely for some of your
Blood
blood.
bank.
I wonder if it's just a front for vampires.
That'd be amazing.
Or a leech farm.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Porque no los dos.
Did they sell those Satan shoes?
Oh, God. Don't even start on that. Oh, debacle.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh no. There's the Sizzler. It's this beautiful exotic restaurant run by a very jovial, heavyset half ogre named Thog. They seem to specialize in rare meats of all kinds and also pay well.
Oh, no.
If you're bringing rare meats there too. They have drake wings, everything from drake wings to giant spider legs. It's all very fresh. Yeah, their meals are renowned for being tasty and surprisingly filling. Anyway, a few more here, and I'm flipping through. Let's see. Oh, no, that's not good. What? Okay, dark arts and melted hearts. It's your typical dark arts type store, right? So I don't even know what that
Typical.
means. Yeah, but very typical. But it's complete with a tavern type meeting area that you see. There's a sign here posted. They regularly provide a speed dating-esque environment for undesirables,
Yes.
villains, and general ne'er-do-wells.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Zeal will probably hit Vic a little bit and be like, I'm sure Synestaire would love this place.
Oh, you're right. I'll have to get in
Before
there.
moving on.
Oh, nice. Let's see. Oh, Fletcher's Hunting Goods. They make high quality bows and arrows. Let's see, and lastly, where was the other one? I'm so sorry, I don't want to tie things up either.
Oh, you're good. Ye old Bed Bath and Beyond. Oh my God. Synestaire, I love that.
Awesome. Dolores' Cafe and Dispensary. Ooh. All right,
Oh,
now we're
okay.
talking. Yeah.
I can get some CBD for Bryleth.
They have
That would go over
all.
well.
Yes, get that healing picked up a notch. Public shop for purchasing all kinds of alchemical reagents and pharmaceutical goods for healing, potion making, and poison brewing. Also doubles as a delightful cafe where patrons can drink hot brews of cocoa and indulge in their preferred choice of reality-enhancing herb.
Ooh.
They did a good job of making that just enough fantasy language.
So those are the main ones. Of course, you find, I forget, what was the other thing outside of like pillows and stuff you were looking for?
So honestly, I kind of made like a small list of things.
Yeah, go for
I
it.
was thinking some like vegan ice cream or some vegan stuff that we can store
Okay.
for a while on the ship
Sure.
to replenish that stock.
Okay.
Love to get some pillows, and if there are any that have specific effects, that would be great. So like making sure that Bryleth can sleep well.
Okay.
I'm sure with all of whole body hurting, getting to sleep is probably not easy. And then I don't know. I don't know if they like painkillers, CBD oil, healing potion, or healer's kit or something might be useful.
Okay.
It kind of depends. So I have 300 gold right now, and I don't know how much Vic has, so we might not be able to afford everything.
Okay. The healer's kits are like way more expensive than they should be, but then I think they should be. The healing potions are 50 gold, so they're not cheap, but not expensive. You're able to find a bunch of, and for like 3 gold, you're able to pick up a bunch of basic alchemical components and such to, including your, see if you do all the things you need to help Bryleth, relax and recover and reduce some of that pain. There are a number of pillows. I think the one that might stand out, the enchantment, is it guarantees the sleeper to have a good night of rest. Be able to have positive dreams, no nightmares, and they sleep comfortably through the night.
That sounds perfect. How much is it?
That one is 28 gold.
Oh, that's totally worth it.
Yeah. You do see Vic kind of shift, he gets, as you find in a couple of shops that offer these vegan options, he goes into this really excited mode. He's excited, but he's very focused, which is a little bit out of his usual thing. He has a little list that he flips up and starts, looking at the ingredients, trying to figure out with you, like, what y'all can make and what you should stock up on. He's just really excited about it. Like, hey, that, and oof, right. We'll add some herbs to it and get it. Yeah, like that was. Fried was definitely the way to go. But
it's like he's learning a whole new side of the culinary arts.
Do you think we should use different pans and such as instead of right?
Yeah, just to make sure things don't get kind of mixed by accident.
Right.
For sure.
Oh, all right, but he's very eagerly getting things and packing them up in different pouches and stuff that you all brought.
Perfect.
So I think you'll be able to find any of that stuff. Was there anything else that you were looking to get here that you need a price for?
I'm definitely nothing specifically. So we have vegan food, a bunch of healing items, and a wonderful, beautiful pillow. But now I'm just looking at the like interesting store fronts, and I'm kind of like, what might be interesting to just kind of stop by selfishly. I know that like Xia is gonna have to pull Vic away from the sizzler.
Yeah. Nice.
At least once.
Awesome. Can we bring these ingredients in there?
Oh, I think they'd flail us if we even entered with some of this stuff.
Right. We'll have. Well, perhaps if
time.
you're not right, busy later, we could come back just to have a meal together. If
Xia, kind of being super oblivious, would be like, well, I mean, we have to talk with Liazana later about, infiltrating the Asylum.
right.
Like, yeah,
Right, well,
but like,
another time.
I mean, maybe after we potentially infiltrate a death cult, sure. I could go for some fried spider leg.
Oh, well, great. It's a date then.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Gives a big grin. Well, yes. I found when we got probably would have picked up some of that vegan ice cream, but now it's a race to get back to the ship.
Oh yeah. Okay, I love that. We're carrying everything, just like trying to get back.
coming through.
Yeah.
It'll share. I found they asked for a recipe to how to make this. So with all the stuff we have, like we can make it work, right? But we can make our own flavors for her.
Aww. That's gonna be so nice. I'm sure Bryleth is gonna love that.
It's fantastic ideas, yeah. As always, fantastic.
Thank you so much, Beck. I couldn't have done this without you.
It's my pleasure. He gives like a extra like second and a half like look before heading back to the ship. Neat. You make it back safely. Ice cream still cold enough. Yep.
So it's probably like evening by now, so around the time that Liazana and I were gonna meet and talk.
Okay.
I'm sure Vic and Xia would probably work on a little something of a dinner, and kind of, hand off the pillow, CBD ointment, and other things to Liazana to let Liazana kind of potentially provide them, and then Mindling can call everyone up for dinner.
Okay. All right.
Does that work?
Yeah. Does it?
I don't want to jump ahead several hours.
Anyone have
Sorry.
anything during that time?
Well, can it be that at some point I was with Carmine teaching him the ABCs of battle and tried to get him to read and maybe try to write and say things.
Oh,
Yeah, I tried to teach him how to sing and tell him little stories and things like that. Also, it gives Bryleth the break and gets him a chance to stretch his legs.
Nice. Can you make just a straight intelligence check as you're teaching Carmine? That's great.
Oh man.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh boy, that's not a good laugh.
I got a 2, so it wasn't a natural 1. Plus 1, that's a 3.
Beautiful.
You show like the thing, and the letters, and the other thing. Carmen's
No.
back up and down. But Carmine's pretty sharp, and appreciates the time, the effort that you're putting into
I just
it.
think it just all devolves into like dirty limericks. Like what's on the end of Nantucket?
Nice. Amazing. Awesome. All right. So Liazana and Bryleth, is there anything that you want to react to as Xia drops off this pillow and shares the lovely enchantment?
What are you wanting us to act out, Dan?
Listen, I just want to give an opportunity. That's all. Nothing in my mind about.
Right. Bryleth would definitely be appreciative of the pillow.
Good.
Who gave this to you? Who got this? Did you get this? You've been here this entire time. Who brought the pillow in?
Oh, it's Xia.
Oh no,
But she was asking.
Oh, okay.
She was asking Liazana.
because I gave it to Liazana outside of the
Gotcha.
room, and then
Okay.
loudly.
Yeah.
'Cause
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to burst in.
Yeah.
Xia brought it.
Well, that was nice. I. Do you really think that I can't help not thinking about what Synestaire said? Was I mean, man, I'm pretty sure that you know that I wasn't trained in with fighting. I don't know that much about it other than helping people, I guess. Did, was, did I do something wrong?
I don't think you did anything wrong. I think he might just be upset about what happened.
Well, that I died?
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't. You would tell me if I did something wrong, right?
Well, you didn't do anything wrong, Bryleth. We were just
You had
bombarded with a bunch of pirates.
3 people around you. What was I supposed to do? Just let you just stay in the middle of? I mean, they weren't going to leave you alone. They were going to kill you.
I know, but I think it's a matter of, it appears to be a reoccurring theme.
I guess I mean, if you're going to be hurt, I'm going to be there to heal you, so. Okay. Alright. Well, if I ever do something while fighting that I shouldn't be doing, just let me know, okay? Just tell me to go away or something. I don't know.
Yes, I would never tell you to go away.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I'd kind of be a dick if I told you to go away.
Well, I mean, you know, if you were doing it for the good of the party or for everyone, I guess I would rather know that than for people to be mad at me after the battle for not doing something right. You know?
I know.
Okay. Maybe he's just emotional. Maybe it's just everything that happened. Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, I would argue when is Synestaire not emotional, but maybe that's just me.
That's why he's so charming to everyone, is because, you know, I would think you have to be a little bit emotional to be charming.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had a sister who was very charming to everyone, and Bryleth will go in and just start telling a story after story about her siblings now.
Nice. All right. If there's unless there's anything else, I'll fast forward us to that evening time. Vic and Z have got some nice dinner cooking. Prepared an entirely separate dish where cookware and everything, and served on a new set of dishes Vic snagged at the the marketplace. Just to be extra cautious. Here's a nice vegan option for you, Bryleth, and plenty of tasty food for everyone. Just an Ashavar sit down. Some of the other crew comes in and is coming and going. Guardian comes in, grabs a plate, kind of heads out. There's a,
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
All right. I imagine it's a bit of a quiet dinner, with eyes
Oh.
trailing to Liazana every so often.
I want to show you Carmine. I've been teaching him to walk with confidence and to
Okay.
show off his wings. Do your handsome pose. Yes. And
Just
then
cocks his
all
head
right,
a little bit. Cocks his head a little bit. It's a handsome pose.
Okay. Look at him.
Ooh.
He's see, it's subtle, right?
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Now fear face. Show him your fear face.
Just blankly forward, their eyes kind of.
Yes. We're working on it.
Okay.
And I tell him stories, and he tends to like this story really well about the frog that tries to be a bird, but learns that he's best served when he helps the village when he's just a frog instead of being a bird. He likes that story. I think.
Okay.
I think.
Good. Maybe you can tell me that story and I can say it as well sometimes.
Well, I'm hoping that he'll be able to relay these stories in time because you
Oh.
like stories.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm not going to tell you the story. I'm waiting for the day for him to tell you the story.
Oh,
her.
okay.
I'm sorry, Carmine. I know. For
Yeah,
them to tell you the
Yes.
story,
Okay.
and
Okay.
hopefully they get it right. And I did my job. Otherwise, I might be a bad teacher.
Synestaire, I'm sure that you're a really good teacher. You've done really well with Carmine.
I don't know. I won't know.
It's okay. Sometimes you can't tell these things trust me, I've had a bunch of brothers and sisters. At first it seems like that they're not listening. But then after, you talk to them and you try to teach them things, eventually they'll learn it. And it's always a great experience.
He's gonna raise his eyebrows and finger guns, like that, at you, and then sit down.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't have anything.
The evening comes back around. You hear the patter of rain pick back up. It's begun to rain again, with some soft rolls of the thunder again. But it brings about a sense of peace within the ship. And you finish up dinner, and Cassius, everyone's sort of finishing up dinner. No one's really bringing up the topic. Cassius will. Right. So, I think it's about time. Or it's that time, is it?
Yeah.
If you're ready to share, then Liazana, that's nods to Xia.
Bryleth's going to loop her arm with Liazana's arm. She's sitting beside her, I assume.
Synestaire is probably playing with dancing lights in a circle.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to find more information about the Order of Spectres. And,
Who are they?
Here's a loud, bang on the door, and Guardian comes in. I'm sorry. Someone had an accident in the bathroom.
Oh,
And-
God
and
damn
that's
it,
where
Dan.
Just I realized we were a little bit late, and I didn't want to mess that up. But I know we've got plenty of juicy stuff with Liazana here, so I figured I'd get it real quick. For anyone who doesn't know, we take a bio break around now, about 10 minutes. We'll leave our audio on, but I
would like to think they're like sitting there and they're like, not again.
shall remain nameless.
Well, Awesome. And we'll catch you all in about 8-10 minutes, and then we'll get into the juicy business of the Order of Spectres at least. All right. Oh, neat. All right. I'm gonna pop up and grab a snack.
I gotta grab me something to drink.
All right.
This be creepy. All right. It's unsettling. Like he's not saying anything wrong, but not right either.
All right, yeah. What's happening here? That's pretty great.
Nothing's the matter. Everything's fine. Just fine.
It's all fine.
That's fine.
Everything's fine.
Great.
Excuse me.
Well,
I take down our BRB screen.
I think it's really nice, though. I've been sitting here watching it, and it's really pretty.
Oh, nice. Good, good, good.
I always thought it was like, ooh, look at that. You know, really nice. Whoever the artist is, and they run.
Yeah, yeah. Oh gosh, thank you for the host, Unlawful Stupid RPG. Is it nice to see you tonight?
Aw, thank you.
We're just coming back from our bio break, so it's excellent, excellent timing. Thank you very much. I'm glad to have you chilling with us tonight. Well, oh no, I went to do that the other night, and the people we were gonna raided us. And then I felt extra bad, like, oh, I'm so, oh, we're ending. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you, Lawful Stupid. For anyone that's here, in chat and they don't follow Lawful Stupid RPG, let me give a proper shout out in the chat.
There you go.
Please. Oh, thank you, Steph. Please give them a check out, a look-see, because they have amazing content. It's always a blast to hang out and watch your streams. Nice. You're fine.
Oh.
You know what? I super appreciate that you are thinking of us and that you're hanging out with us.
Yeah.
That's what matters. You're here.
Yeah.
You thought of us. Love it. Thank you so much. All right. So, our Sky Pirate crew here is back aboard their ship, the Tempest. It's docked at the Arcane Airship airport. Skyport, or whatever we decided we would be calling them. The crew had a successful mission here on Staffney Island, but they have a few more things they need to track down. One of which is a lead for Liazana, the captain, into something from her past, the Order of Spectres. Now, the crew doesn't know much about it or her past, but it's they're having dinner and it's time for the talk, so that they can help out. Of course, they want to help, but it's time to get some deets. So as the Guardian's like, you know what? I'll take care of it. And heads back out of the room. It leaves you all back. Settled back down at dinner. Cash.
That is incredibly jarring.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand this side of the ship for the next hour or so. Cassius says. But you were saying, Liazana, we want to help. Just please.
Megan has your arm linked and with Liazana.
Aw, fill us in.
So yeah, I'm trying to basically track down the whereabouts of the Order of Spectres.
Who are they?
Well, that's what I'd like to know myself. Best I could really say is they're killers.
Why do you want to track down a group of killers?
I'm gonna kind of look over at Bryleth, like give her a look of Should I tell them?
Mental message only to Liazana. It's up to you. I won't say anything if you don't want it to be said.
They killed people close to me. Very close to me. And I would like to know why.
If they are a group of killers and they killed someone that was close to you, I don't think any reason or any explanation will give you the satisfaction you're looking for.
Oh, I will
But-
get my revenge.
Yeah.
There's-
Yeah, you will get your revenge. I'm going to make sure you get your revenge. Let me ask you this. Would they be the ones responsible for the untimely death of Wayland?
Yes.
So they know we're here.
That much I don't think they do. Us specifically.
These are the people that pin the contact to the wall.
Yes.
Was that message for us?
I would think it was. We're the last people seen with them.
Well, we were all hidden except for Ashavar.
I mean, I say us loosely. I think they know that someone is trying to find out info. I cannot say whether or not they have pegged us specifically.
It's a little
don't think-
concerning.
I don't think it's us, like, specifically, like, they know who we are. I think it's just they know that somebody's looking for them.
It's a little concerning. Actually, Cassius, have we heard back from Allie at all?
Not yet. I haven't.
In that case, Liazana, tell us more.
Well, from what we could gather from Wayland, there is an ex-member of the group, which is, as far as I'm concerned, rare that they're still alive, who's actually in the asylum here on the island. And I want to see if I can go talk to him.
What do you hope to gain from a man that's in an asylum from a murderous gang, a former member that is left alive?
Where they're at, if he can tell me.
Ooh, okay. Do you have hopes that he's in his right mind to be able to give you reliable information? And what about you makes you think he would give it to you?
If the lead Synestaire, I've got to try.
You've got to give Liazana this.
I'll help you.
There.
I'm just asking questions. I mean, these are important questions.
I understand. I've already considered that they might not be able to give me much, but I've got to try. It's a lead, and it's somebody that, quite honestly, probably should not even be alive, but somehow they are, and I got to try.
I mean, you have to, at this point, I know you have to try, but there's a couple things working against you. This man may not want to, advertise his former affiliations, or he might not be in his right mind to give you the information. So be prepared for that.
Well,
Well,
you know what we did happen to stick away
Hmm.
in some space, right? From our time way back when
Precious
Cassius.
bubbles, yeah. Right. Yeah.
We have potential ways of getting information regardless.
I mean, I have ways too, but I mean, if the mind is afflicted with madness, you know, you can't hold
Look,
out too much.
the fact that we had somebody who's connected with Sunray and Sons indirectly through Allie.
I'm
And
not trying to
Allie's
disparage.
no. I'm just completely separately, like, and we haven't heard from Allie yet, who was right on the line pretty much every single other time. Like, this technology was so important. I'm starting to think it's been a full day. It's weird that we haven't gotten a response. And I'm wondering if somehow this order has found out who Wayland was working for. Now, that aside, I think the best way to gain information on either of those fronts might be to go through this lead, because regardless, I don't think we're going to be able to avoid this group forever. And we need information where we can get it.
And if
I
they,
traffic in information. I love information, but I think we should also try to find more roots to the tree. This is just one that is a might and a maybe, and it's kind of. I mean, I don't want to disparage this. I mean, I hold out hope, but it's tenuous.
Hey,
do you have any other leads, Lisa?
I really don't. I didn't even know the name of the order until we were on. I'm sorry, what was the name of the other island?
Was it Atmos Isles or?
Yes,
you,
yes,
It-
Atmos. I think it was on Atmos. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dan.
I feel like it was in that main section of it.
I didn't even know the name of the order until I found somebody on Atmos who was who had a tattoo. The
Oh,
same
Nibbles.
tattoo.
Nibbles, guy with the preoccupied. Yes. Okay. Yes.
And granted, he was not an actual member. Turns out he was faking it.
Ah. I say this. Why don't we explore the city, hold on to the asylum lead, and try to gain more? Because maybe the asylum lead is a part of other ones that we can use. Do you happen to know the man's name?
it's back a few sessions for
Yeah.
sure.
It
Yes.
probably is.
I think it's
Gallant.
in 22.
Gallant.
Yes. All right. So I tell you what, let's fan out in the city and maybe inquire about in certain parts, but
Synestaire, I'm gonna caution you. If they found out about Wayland, they're gonna find
I
out
was
about
just
us.
about
Start
to
asking.
say I was just about to say that. I think we need
can't
more
just all be
information.
asking at the same time because they're gonna figure out the world
Yeah.
together.
Look, let's just take a vote. I think we should send a small group to the asylum with the idea of having a quick escape route if we need it.
I was
and to
gonna
head
go.
back to the Cloud City. And
I
Yeah.
was hoping to go and speak to the upper houses, the houses that have something to do with it. They would know something about some underhanded mercenaries.
Just be careful what you say. If they're this violent, just a suggestion of someone looking into them.
Oh yes, well,
That, and if they know someone's looking for them, you might want to get to that lead sooner rather than later.
yeah, I think we need to go tonight.
I think we need more
but
leads.
Bryleth, well, maybe we'll find more. on the way. But Bryleth, I'm sure like it's probably best to stay here. If that's okay with you, I'm sorry.
I'm not too keen on venturing out with the pirate attack just recently either.
Well, right, but as has been mentioned by Cassius, this lead might already be dead.
I'm thinking it
So,
is.
well, so Liazana, who do you want in your squad? Who else is going?
We've got to be as stealthy as possible.
Yeah.
And it would probably be helpful if Ashavar came, unless somebody else is able to mentally speak.
I send message to Liazana. Hello. Hey. And
And back and forth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you maybe respond to this message.
Okay.
There's also the mind link helmet that Cassius has. That, or was it a helmet? I can't remember. It was so long ago.
Oh gosh, I don't remember.
Or yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you might not need it at all. Synestaire can turn invisible. I think is the only one of us who can do so. Unless I'm incorrect.
I don't need to turn invisible to get out of sight, but I can.
I will say, like, other than
Bryleth can turn invisible too, but
Only a little bit.
okay.
It might be helpful to be invisible for the entire duration of talking to Galland. Only because I don't want somebody saying that somebody's talking to him. Like, the others of us that are there need to be there looking like we're with somebody else or somewhere else while I'm assuming Synestaire, since you're able to be invisible and talk to them.
I can't be invisible and cast the mind link at the same time. It takes concentration to be invisible. But I'm pretty stealthy. You guys didn't see me on the rooftops when I got out of sight. You know, I was right there.
It's true.
Okay, so let's see. Cassius has got probably the most experience when it comes to finding in particular individuals.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be a good idea to send him in first to try to figure out where the certain individual is.
If we're going in, I think it would be better to pick our group and find a reason for going in. If more than one of us go in checking up, that might raise more flags.
Yeah.
If we have
What all do we know about Garrett? What is he human? Is he elven? Is he what does he look like? I mean, we don't have a physical description.
I think we only just got a name.
Oh right, Ashavar got it. So she'd be like, I mean, I'm definitely okay going. And also, that's all we got was the name.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Somebody might have to bluff that they're related to him or some sort of connection to him.
I don't know.
Can we use our credentials under Allie?
What business would we have with the madman?
Well, maybe
Out of
we
the
have
asylum?
reports they're ran into something we're searching for. I mean, it's a powerful name. We're here unofficially as her surveyors for seeking out this stuff.
Ashavar, can you convincingly act as if act as if you are working on behalf of Alan or looking for, I don't know, you know.
Oh yeah,
I
think so. I
you
mean,
could?
that's I do my whole thing with the soothsayer thing, and I think
Yes.
I can
Okay.
be a little convincing for that. Sure.
So,
right.
Liazana, I think a trio might be best. Do you think with you, Synestaire, and Ashavar, that might be solid. Cassius, I, Bryleth, and Vic, we can hold down the ship if we need to leave at a minute's notice.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
And
That
we'll keep the
works.
mind link open as well. If,
Definitely.
yeah.
I think that should work.
Goodness.
We'll get you out of there if you need to. I'm sure Cassius can find out a way to drop some sort of ladder or something if we really need to pull you up at a minute's notice.
Mm-hmm.
You're good with that kind of stuff, right?
Mm.
Punches him a little bit.
That's
I guess be ready with the.
You want me to stay out of
Levers.
sight? Should I stay out of sight and maybe,
Ashavar,
or do you want me by your side?
Ashavar might chime in, having experienced sort of conning folks. I think that we should all go in together, and then if the opportunity presents for you to slip away or disappear, do that. So if anything happens and you're visible on our way out, they expect that instead of a surprise third person.
Ah.
That's just my input, though.
An interesting front that might work is, since we are with Sunray, maybe it could be like a charity sort of event, right? It's a big organization. They probably do some philanthropy, maybe.
Oh,
Maybe,
do I
maybe
need to go in disguise or should I be Synestaire?
I think it could go either way.
If
Right.
we encounter anything, or I guess that'd be Cassius probably. If in case you encounter anything, maybe disguise.
Oh, okay. I got. Oh, I just. All right.
Right.
I got the perfect disguise.
I think
And then he's gonna leave. I gotta get dressed. I'll be back.
we're losing daylight.
I prefer at
Liazana,
night.
so.
Closer to night. I see better.
So, Liazana, we're right behind you. Whatever you need, just let us know.
Thank you.
Captain.
Nice. All right.
Liazana is gonna stand up and also go get in some sort of a disguise.
Ooh, okay. Now, do you have like a disguise kit or anything, or are you looking to have someone help you?
I have a
Probably-
disguise kit.
Yeah, probably have like Synestaire help me because I don't have one.
Okay. All right, what would you like to look like, Liazana?
How far can I go with the disguise?
I guess it depends on the role and how ambitious
Yeah.
you're looking to be. Oh, thank you for the raid, Devil's Lot Gaming. Huzzah! Thank you for joining us. Exciting.
She's probably going to kind of wrap her braid up like in a bun. And then ooh.
It says this pouch contains cosmetics, hair dye, small props that let you create the sizes, change your physical appearance. Proficiency with this kit adds to your. I am proficient, so you don't have to worry.
Beautiful. Just is there any general like race or gender change or anything that you want like presenting wise to have to at all?
She's probably gonna want to present as a human if she
Okay.
can.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I was thinking whether or not I should have her do the tattoo because she
Oh,
knows
the
what tattoo looks like.
Oh dang! Okay.
Just in
Oh.
case it comes up.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Um,
That's if he can pull it off.
Well, she would definitely help you out, like with all
Okay.
of the details because it's pretty specific.
as people, some of the other crewmates have kind of come and gone during this. I think Ash has been fairly present after dinner, and just has sort of some looks of concern hearing that your new bestie, Liazana, is going into this. And as would probably go with you too as the makeup's being done and the whole disguise kit, and just follow up with Liazana. Now, you sure about this? They should, I mean, I understand why you're going about all this, but that's, I mean, they seem mighty dangerous. I don't want you, don't want to find you the way y'all found Waylon there. Is it Parson?
Ash.
I have tricks to get us out of there in a fast.
All
I
right.
don't intend to fight my way through. If it does get to that, we should flee, like get out of there.
Please do. That doesn't sound
Yeah, I
like
mean-
a group that kind of people that leave loose ends.
I feel that if we disguise ourselves, that maybe it can, obscure our identities enough to, if something does go awry, it'll point them in the wrong direction.
All right. Well,
And I would make sure they get out. I don't want to fight. We don't want to fight our way.
Definitely not.
we'll have the ship ready, of course, and you message me, Leah. You message me. If anything goes sideways, you need us out there. All right.
I will. I promise.
Let's give you a mole or a beauty mark.
Nice. Ashavar will jump into to get something done. And I'll switch us over to our city map here so we can take a peek. See, of course, you're docked down by the civil district here. Sorry, let me share that out with players.
Are they leaving now, Dan?
There, I would say everyone's gathering to depart. Ship is abuzz with the crew getting it ready to depart, just in case. And you
I
see
can
them
real
rush.
quick. While she's getting ready, Liazana's going to ask Xia if she can borrow her cloak of many fashions.
Absolutely.
And she's going to
Just make sure to bring it back with you intact as well.
I will be sure to do so. And since she asked to do the tattoo, she's going to try to get in like a nicer getup, like a suit and like a suit coat and stuff like that, and make sure that it's like long sleeve to cover the tattoo.
Nice. Okay.
But at least she's like, looks nicer and not like
Okay.
in her normal clothes.
Gotcha. All right, all prim and proper in these the shifted form of the cloak of many fashions.
Bryleth has something she'll do right before they step off.
Okay.
I haven't told you what my disguise is.
Ooh, yeah. What you got, Synestaire?
He comes out in full drow drag, high heels,
Nice.
ponytail, bosoms,
Nice.
corset, padded hips and buttocks,
Yep.
lipstick and hair and nails.
Beautiful.
Love it.
I think I'm ready.
Nice.
I love it.
Magnificent. Awesome. Beautiful. Trying to think if
We need fan art of
there's a-
that.
Yes, for
Synestaire
real. Yes,
drag.
please. Yep. Beautiful hair flowing extra in the wind and stuff. Yep.
No, he
Absolutely.
he put it up in a ponytail like
Oh, okay.
Liazana's, but on the top of his head, not like up to the side. He has a
Oh.
top ponytail.
Nice. Okay. Right.
I don't think my sister would approve of me dressing like her, but
Ooh.
I think I do it better. Don't tell her.
Nice. Beautiful. All right, with these amazing disguises on the ready, and Ashavar's just gonna, mug up her face. She's gonna, ask for the nose to be squat and almost look broken,
Okay.
a little scarring over the eye, just over the brow, and kind of make it look a little more bulky, the bone structure there. and different hair color, just a few things to kind of shift it up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm ready when you two are.
Oh, I've been ready.
Mm. Mm.
I couldn't wait. I just like this gives you the opportunity.
Nice. Nice.
Bryleth will be kind of standing where it's like supporting herself against, I'm guessing, the side of the ship, where they right where they get off the ship, you know, to go into the dock.
Yes.
And when Liazana comes by, she will kind of pull her into a big hug. And when she pulls away, she'll kind of put both hands on the side of Liazana's face. Don't die, okay? And she's going to cast Enhance Ability with Bear's Endurance, that for an hour she will have advantage on Constitution checks and also gains a 2d6 temporary hit points, which are lost in an hour when the spell ends. So that would be... Roll well, Stephanie. Oh, it's only 3.
Oh,
That's
still.
okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Liazana, is there any way you want to react as she says it?
She's going to hold up like her hands on Bryleth. She's gonna kind of look up to her and say, "I promise. I'll make sure that we all come back to life." Thank you, Bryleth.
And she'll step away. Carmine on her shoulders.
Okay. Oh, all right. Liazana, Synestaire, and Ashavar depart the ship. Now it's going to be about a 40-minute walk over there. So you have about 20 minutes of that once you're there at the asylum.
Oh, as they're walking away, Bryleth's going to mind link to who was it going with her? Synestaire and
Ashavar.
Ashavar. Going to say to each of them individually, keep an eye out on her.
Of course. And you rest up, Ashavar. That's fine.
You just see Synestaire go like, yes, Bryleth, I will. But he's eye rolling like.
Nice.
Eyes rolled all the way to the back of your head.
Right, like God.
Beautiful. All right. So everyone else is sort of, preparing the ship, getting everything ready, batten down the arcane airship, just in case there's a fast retreat required, expeditious retreat. Liazana, Synestaire. So I'm gonna say it's a little bit toward the evening, I think, because we had dinner. So we'll say it's around 7:38. So night has just fallen. Because I know that affects you, Synestaire. You find your way through. If you navigate through the trade district itself, there's a nice, easy bridge to cross the river. You find yourselves back up in a rustic district, and then head through the lower district all the way back to the Asylum, which has a rather large plot of land all on its own. There's a prison out here in the lower district, a number of cemeteries, and some older churches that sit towards the front of these massive cemeteries. Finally, finding your way down to the asylum, those streetlights here are fewer and fewer as you walk across what was cobblestone and now has turned into a very rough hewn street of stone and dirt. Rain. Yeah, there's a light rain. So if you have something, of course, to cover yourselves to keep disguises intact, you finally approach the asylum, which looks like a fairly well kept building, thankfully. As you enter, you're able to drop the protective clothing and such. And you enter into a main room, and I feel like I made an image of this, so let me take a quick peek, see. Yeah, here we go. Sorry, let me resize this image quickly. You find your way in, and you speak to a clerk in the very front. He comes up, half-elf, maybe in her early 40s. There's a uniform here for the asylum that is very much like a, gosh, what do you call it? An orderly. An orderly's uniform. All white, calm colors around on the floor and the walls, blues and soft colors. Oh, hello? Yes, it's so really coming down out there, isn't it? There's a coat rack over there if you wish to hang anything up. How may I assist you?
I kind of, I'm holding Ashavar like she's like a little old lady. Let me help you, Nana.
Nice. Oh, thank you, dear. Ashavar. Yes, anding this.
Yes. My, my dear old friend, she's here to meet an acquaintance of hers. We're here on business.
All right.
And then he's just kind of, and this is Nona.
It's a pleasure. She kind of, Ashavar reaches her hand out to the, a pleasure, she says to the clerk. Yes.
And this is Mona, her granddaughter.
She looks back.
How do you do?
Yes, we're here. It's the we tracked this acquaintance down, and just looking to visit for a touch and connect about some old family business.
I'm just rubbing her back. It's okay, dear. Don't overwork yourself.
But the trip was difficult. I hope that visiting hours are open. The clerk. Oh, yes, there's still time. To whom do you wish to speak or visit?
Go ahead, Mona.
Miss, I believe his name is Galland.
Oh,
Is that right, Nona?
yes. Let's see. Oh, right, because she has the actual. Oh, yeah, Garland. Yes. The clerk pauses. Oh, well, that's I'm sure Garland would appreciate visitors. So I must say, no one really ever visits. Do you have Yes, I believe I can make this happen. I just need to see your identification, please. And
Nona,
Hmm.
do you happen to have it?
Oh, where did I poke? Ashavar is sort of hamming up. I need to check her thing really quick because I think she has something that can.
Yeah.
Minor illusion. She casts. Where she's actually doing like the somatic components with. Oh, where's? Here it is. Yes, and it's her official identification, but she's changed the name and the picture to match. It just says Nona. Do you have a last name on the identification? Oh, it's awesome, and it's effectively still has that they're there on behalf of Sunray and Sons. So the clerk sees that. And, oh, of course, yes, that'll be sufficient for all of you. Yes, sorry, Nona. She closes it up and passes it back to Ashavar. Thank you. Yes. So forgetful. Yes, please. I just follow me, and there's another waiting room. Well, they'll just make sure that Galen is, in a good state to have visitors. You can rest there and wait. Um, shouldn't take long. This way, this way.
Okay.
I
Thank
lead
you,
you
yes.
further back in. Mm-hmm. Right. So you three are brought back. Oops. To another. It's basically waiting room around a number of. I'm gonna share this image out here. Boop. There we go. Let me just kind of fix it for chat here, so maybe they can see a little more of this. This is the waiting room. You can see, of course, you can tell a little more than your characters would by looking at this map, but that ought to be good. All right, now I've put your tokens on here just so that you have a visual representation of where you are. The light blue carpeted room has a counter on the right-hand side there that's about 15 feet long. This particular clerk that took you in brings you up there first. There are a couple of nurses and an orderly within that room, and they ask you to sit down here, one of these benches, and then they go about their business. You see the orderly go out and walk down one of the hallways, and the nurses are both walking together down a different hallway, sort of leaving you alone to your own devices here for a little bit. Maybe a minute or so before another orderly, and that's wearing the same orderly attire, comes out and looks over the three of you. This one is a dwarven gentleman, maybe, a couple hundred years old, so mid-20s, early 30s human years. um, uh, Beautiful red mane. Beard is a bit unkempt, not done up in a lot of the beautiful braiding that a lot of dwarven folks have. Oh, hello. Just, are you waiting for someone?
Go ahead, Mona. I'm gonna help Nona.
Mm.
Hello. We're here to see an acquaintance about some business.
Oh. All right. As long as have you already checked in?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
we are just awaiting his arrival.
Ah, he comes over and pulls up a seat. Well, uh, takes out looks like a sandwich, like a half-eaten sandwich out of his pocket, and is sitting across from you, one of like 20 feet across one of the other seats. Uh, uh, um, you sure do look like important people. Just sort of looking at your, attire, Synestaire, in all his glory. And
I'm doing the fatal attraction, like
yes,
with the pushing of the legs.
amazing. uh, must be someone rather important. Well, listen, it's not my business, but do have to tell you that kind of looks around a few times. There aren't many visitors here. I think you should know that this place, not everything is as it seems here.
As it seems. What do you
Hey,
mean?
well, I mean, there's plenty of people here that are getting the care that they need, but there's plenty of others here that are just, well, let's say they're tucked away by some of the more powerful families in the city. Just
Oh,
never to be heard from again. It's a nice place to tuck away, you know, loose ends and such. People that tend to be a bother. Now, I happen to know, well, everyone that's in here, so if you're here, perhaps, as some folks are when they come and visit, if you're here for some information from one of these lost people, I'm sure I can find them for you. My connections, of course, are come with a modest cost, but if there's someone you're looking for, I can find out where they are and get some information for you.
And your name is she? And I'm kind of gonna lean in a little closer. Your name is.
Um, so sorry. Multitasking Deanna is failing hard. Oh, my name is Jasper.
Jasper.
Hey.
I'm Finestra. Pleased to meet you.
Oh, he finishes his sandwich, kind of wipes the crumbs off his belly and stands up and goes over to, the pleasure's mine, and leans down to give your hand a kiss.
Oh, thank you.
Hey.
Right now we're on an important visit, but if I was to call on you on another day about the same things that you were discussing, would I find you here around this time?
Aye.
Could I ask for your name at the desk, Jasper?
Sure. Couple of you
And
do.
then-
Mhm. Good.
I'm just gonna like hold on to his hand and just let it linger and just look at him.
Blushes a little. Think about that then, and you hear a couple of the other, the two nurses kind of come back, and they pause, looking out over the waiting room, and one they say something to one another. One kind of hustles back down the hallway, and the other one has a hurried pace, kind of walks over, as the other nurse returns with the other orderly. This nurse comes up. Jasper, I just have a question for you. Come on over here, would you? Leave those nice people alone. And Jasper's like, oh no, we're just having a fine conversation. Everything's... Jasper, and the orderly comes over. Come on, Jasper, it's time to go back to your room. Where did you get these orderly? Jasper, seeming that Jasper is in fact a patient and not an orderly.
Mm-hmm.
Jasper looks back at the rest of you. Listen, this place isn't safe. Get out of here while you can. You can't trust him. And they're now trying to kind of grab him with a holding maneuver to peacefully pull him away. But they've all made a pact with the devil. They all serve their master. They're sort of pull him away now. And the cafeterias, all the eggs that they serve us are laid by a human. It was a wizard, the spell went wrong, and now the cafeteria lady lays eggs. And they're sort of kind of pulling him around the corner. There's the vampire staff, and they drain the patients of their blood and then make them forget it ever happened. Yes, he's kind of getting pulled around the corner and down
I'm
a
gonna
hall.
send a mind link to Ashavar and Liazana. I believe him actually. I don't. I think there might be something wrong with this.
Nice. The nurse. I am so sorry about that. This never happens. I don't know how we got that. The orderly's uniform. Are you all right?
Oh, we're fine, ma'am. Thank you for looking after us. Is he dangerous?
Relatively harmless. He just has quite, an active imagination. A little trouble distinguishing a reality from, the reality that he lives in.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
It is. It is. It's one of his bad days, it seems. But
What's keeping Gareth?
oh, he's ready. He's ready. I'm here to take you back. If you'll all follow me. He's in his room. He's in a very calm, peaceful state of mind, but not particularly responsive today. But he can take visitors.
Okay, Nona, let's go.
Oh, here. And she holds a hand out to help Ashavar up. Yes, thank you. Oh, you need more cushion on these chairs. Just selling you. And you're all brought back into the top right room there. These are all relatively small rooms. You walk by door, and you see people seem to be relatively well cared for in here. The rooms are nice. Everything's, kept modern and clean and safe. It's not the scary, 1930s asylum kind of thing, or 1950s. And you're brought into the room, and the nurse stops. It's now he is docile, and we have secured his bands to the chair during the visit. He doesn't really have violent episodes, but in order to allow for the privacy of your conversation, we just need to make sure he's going to be secure and that you'll be safe. But I'll be just outside with an orderly if you need anything. Just a knock on the door. We'll come in immediately. But you'll be safe. He's secure and comfortable. You head into the room and you see what appears to be a human, maybe late 50s. Very long grayish hair, like a dusty gray hair down past his shoulders. Again, it's everyone's taken care of here, so his hair's clean and everything, but his face is a lot of sunken features around his eyes, dark around his eyes, doesn't seem to get a great deal of sleep, and is just not to the point of drooling, but just sitting there in the seat with a blank look on his face as the door closes, leaving the three of you in there with Gallic, doubly beard. I mean, just like a couple days of beard grown in. What would you like to do? How would you like to approach him?
I'm just gonna look to Liazana to go ahead, but I'm gonna cast detect magic to see if there's anything in the room, possibly scrying or magic on him or anything.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, you cast that about. You don't detect any magic in here whatsoever, except the things that are on your person.
Okay.
Of course.
Good. All right.
Yes.
Liazana's gonna mentally ask Synestaire, is it safe for me to talk, or do I need to tell you what to say?
As it goes, I mean, do you feel comfortable for me to talk to him, or would you rather speak your piece?
I'm just concerned and want to make sure no one finds out about this conversation.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess since I'm in the most beautifulest costume here, just tell me what to say.
Ask him if he remembers being in the Order of Spectres.
Hello, Gareth. How are you? Gareth, are you here? Okay. Do you over here?
Kind of
Okay,
pants the
yes.
room a little bit.
Do you remember the old days?
I've fallen. I've fallen.
You've fallen. From where, Gareth? Where have you fallen?
I've
I just kind of look at Liazana. Do you remember the order?
Kind of gives
You
what is
do.
either his head dipping or yes. It's unclear.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Nice. Roland.
Do I see any tattoos on him?
He's wearing longer sleeves, but if you wanted to try and take a peek for, like an arm tattoo or around, you can take a look around. They're not always in the same place, so.
Okay. I'm gonna mage hand.
Ah, nice. Gonna make an investigation check and checking the areas that are
Yes.
checkable.
Yes, I am not touching this man.
Nice.
Oh no. 8.
Ah, okay. You don't come across any. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me just check because I'm actually not sure. Okay. All right. It's a lesser number, so. Um, so you don't catch a full tattoo, but you catch at least a third of a tattoo. Way up, the sleeves only roll up so far, but you're able to see just at the tippity top a bit of the tattoo. What was the tattoo look like again, Liazana? It's about a third
Oh
of
my
it.
gosh.
It was like the
You asked me
Mockingjay.
now. Yeah, it looks similar. It looks very similar to it, with changes, of course.
Okay, so you see, in fact, about a third of that tattoo that you'll recognize, Liazana.
I'm just gonna turn to Liazana and like message her. Maybe you should show him yours because I can't tell if he understands me or not.
So she's going to look around the room and make sure there's no like actual cameras like in the room.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing. Okay. And she's going to roll up her sleeve because she only did it like down on the forearm. And she's going to roll up her sleeve and kind of show him and see if there's a reaction.
There's a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to him kind of drawing back, like, I've fallen. I've fallen.
Oh my goodness. All right. Liazana. I think he's having a bad reaction. Like this group probably is not a pleasant memory.
I know. I'm going to figure it out. Ask him where we can find him.
Do you remember where we can find the order? Oh yes.
I've fallen from the cliff above.
The cliff above.
I've fallen.
Ah. Do we remember in this city where the cliffs were? I mean, because there was
It's the mountain itself has this huge jutting piece of mountain that looms over the entire half of the city.
Yeah, because I remember the lady when we checked in or the person that checked us in was talking about it. So. I'm going to use the dancing lights to kind of simulate the cliff. Like,
I've fallen. Just kind of looks away.
Oh goodness.
As Liazana's gonna mental speak, ask him if they're up on the cliff.
Are they on the cliff?
He looks over at the imagery. I've fallen. Looks
I think
away.
they pushed him.
Fallen from the cliff above.
They must have took him up there. So, I mean, that's a start. We can search the area.
The cliff above.
The cliff above, he keeps saying. Cliff above. The cliff above. Yes.
Well,
The
there is a
cliff
cliff up
above.
there.
Mm-hmm. There is. Are they watching you now?
Just seems relatively unresponsive to that. Doesn't seem to react as though anyone's watching. I've fallen from the cliff above.
Why did you fall? How did you fall?
He's you see signs of him starting to get a little just agitated by the situation,
Uh,
feeling a little riled up.
Butterflies.
Nice. I've fallen from I've fallen from the cliff above. The cliff above.
Oh goodness. We just triggered something in him. I'm sorry, Gareth. It's a lovely day.
The sun's getting
Lovely
real out
day.
here.
Lovely day.
Nice.
Liazana's gonna mind like Synestaire. I don't know if we're gonna get much more out of him, but at least that's a start.
You just see if
Yes.
Ashavar has any mind reading stuff. Yeah. Nope.
I've been talking to him for over a minute. I don't know. This might agitate him if I do this though. But then again, I can try words of terror. To maybe provoke something better than that. But he doesn't know I cast anything, so the worst I can do is just maybe I don't know. This might agitate him. But I'm gonna try it. Liazana, I'm gonna try one thing, and if it agitates him, we just leave, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
All right. I've been talking to him for over a minute, so he doesn't know that I'm casting words of terror. So it's a wisdom saving throw. He's got to beat it 15.
Oh no, he's not going to beat a 15. I'm not even going to roll for him.
Okay. I just want to say, well, and we need to make sure that you're safe. In order for you to be safe, you need to tell us where they are. And if you don't, they will come again. So basically, I'm just provoking I'm invoking the thoughts that if he doesn't aid us, that it's putting him in danger, and that in order to keep him safe, we need to have this. So.
Okay. Cliffs above have fallen from the cliffs above. The cliffs above. He gets that feeling. He's frightened inside. He's gonna get hurt. Just I've fallen.
Okay.
The cliffs above. The cliffs above. He gets extra agitated. I don't want to roleplay it too hard because I don't know.
Right, but yes, I got him agitated. I said that's the best we can do. This is all the information that he's able to tell us, Liazana. So, cliffs above of the is where to look, and obviously something bad happened to him, and he's gonna be pretty frightened of me for a while. So, let's go.
Let's go.
The cliffs above. Falling from the cliffs above. And, they open up the door. Everything all? Oh, I'm so sorry. He must it must be overstimulating. Please, we'll take care of him. We'll get him comfortable and resting. All of you, I'm sorry, but we'll have to conclude the visit. The nurse.
Yes.
Thank you, miss.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. Please, this way. All right. Please make.
I think when it come back for
Mhm.
Jasper. Jasper has information.
Yeah, nice, nice. Can I have all three of you make a perception check on the as you're heading out? You know, because you can look in. You know, there's you can see in through these windows and a bunch of the other rooms, and there's people being walked around and about to the commons area and other areas.
Perception.
Oh,
Yes.
wait a minute. Yeah, well, damn. I thought no, that doesn't help me at all.
Oh no.
I got natural 1 + 3 is 4.
Oh no, Synestaire. Awesome.
23 total.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice. Well, figure for Synestaire, it's hard to perceive other things when you're currently so fabulous. Like everything's
I know, I
attention
just
coming
like
inward.
just can't help it.
All right. So Ashavar and Synestaire are just sort of taking in some of this as they walk out, not really spotting anything in particular. Liazana, you catch there's a couple, or rather a nurse sitting with one of the individuals. There are actually two on either side of a table near the waiting room there. There's a couple of little chess tables and game board tables set up, and two of them are sitting across from one another playing a game of checkers on the chessboard. And, well, you happen to spot as one of them leans forward, back here under the cuff, there's two puncture marks on the back of their neck just below their collar.
Oh, I wanted to see that. That would have made it so.
And that's on a orderly or that's on one of the patients?
That's on one of the patients. Very much in line with all your vampire stories, which is fresh in your mind from Jasper shouting about a vampire on staff that sucks the blood of the patients and then makes them forget it happened.
Okay, when I go to the vampire hospital.
Just something you notice on the way out. With
Okay.
that high of a roll.
Do you tell us?
She's just gonna mentally tell both of y'all, come on, let's get out of here.
Yes.
You head back to the front. There's a coat rack with whatever you were holding to kind of keep yourselves out of the rain. You step outside, back into the sounds of the light rain pattering across the ground. Puddles have built up in the dirt and stone of what was at one point a nice cobblestone street. Thunder rolls overhead. About a 40-minute walk back to your ship. A lot of places, the city looks a little different when it's heavy rain and that most of it's shut down. People are kind of hustling about the streets. It's dark, it's late. They seem to use your standard flame in the street lamps here. Some are out entirely in this area and in the rustic district. But as you cross into the market square, everything's really on point there, of course. And down to your ship you go. You finally arrive a little bit wet, damp from the rain at this point. You return to the ship.
There was something that Bryleth would have done while they were
Oh,
gone.
please, yeah.
Other than resting, she would have, because Allie's in on our mental communication, correct?
Mm-hmm.
On our mind link. She would have reached out to Allie, just to Allie. Hey, I hope that you're alive. Really, please, if you get this, if you're hearing this, please respond. I think that you might be dead. Are you dead?
Okay, you send that out. No response.
Okay.
All right. You all hear the footfalls, heavy footfalls of damp people returning back to a ship, heading down, below deck to get out of the rain. Charlie comes by, and if anyone's down like one level, Charlie's on that level. Guys, they're back. They look.
What?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. They're here.
Sheila's probably in her room resting, so.
Okay, so at this point, I'm assuming we've probably been like at the edge of our seats. So knowing that it was raining and everything, we've got like, hot towels, fresh clothes, everything that anybody needs to change into. And I guess between Cassius and Xia, we would be like, okay, so we want to hear about how it went. We still haven't heard back from Allie, so do we want to get back on the way to the Cloud City? And then you can tell us what happened on the way.
Yeah, let's go find a place where we can all sit. Actually, let's go to the captain's quarters, and we can all talk there.
Okay.
I did not change out of drag. I'm still living.
Nice.
I haven't changed either.
Awesome.
I haven't taken any of my stuff off yet.
Fantastic.
I am living.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Bryleth's probably in
Alright.
her room resting, so she probably wasn't out to hear it.
Ah.
Unless you said it in Mind Link.
Yeah. You know
I
what?
would've
Why
kept
not?
you.
Charlie would have like. "Boop." Charlie at
Okay.
least could have. He's in there on that, so he'd to
Okay.
everyone except for the people arriving there.
I think he probably would have stuck his head through the door.
Yeah.
Like,
whoop.
they're here.
Oh, damn, there's boop.
Okay. Bryleth would have
Nice.
slowly made her way to the captain's quarters then.
Nice. Nice. You know what? I think if you're all amenable, Cassius would ask, I have something in mind for the captain's quarters. Do you mind if I? Okay.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
Kind of closes his eyes and opens up the captain's quarters, the magical demiplane captain's quarters, and creates with thought a bit of a strategy room with a large table and a circular table in the center. It's a bit of a map table, and has a bit of a projection, much like the navigation room does in here. And some benches, and there's a lot of writing utensils and other stuff in here as well. All right, let's get caught up on your information. Maybe some food, and you seem kind of think, and some food materializes on a counter, some beverages, and let's
Computer.
nice.
Yeah.
You just hear a
Oh,
little
right.
wine.
Nice.
Bryleth will
The-
definitely, when she gets there, give a pat on Liazana's back and just smell at her.
The only thing I want to, and thank you, Cassius, for everything, is Liazana, in your opinion, if we don't leave immediately, are we going to be okay? Should that be our first order of business, or should we consider that later?
I think that we are okay.
Okay. No one followed you.
No.
There's no.
Not that I could tell, not that we found. I mean, we tried to make sure there wasn't anyone listening in on us, but we still played it safe. But I mean, that doesn't mean that someone's watching who's going in and out of the asylum, and we just didn't know it.
I mean, they're obviously doing something to the patients over there. My friend Jasper, he was telling me all the business.
You made a friend, of
Yeah,
course, right?
yeah.
What were they doing?
I think they're experimenting on them, or possibly vampires. I don't know. It seems like the staff are really happy and overly happy, and the patients are heavily sedated. So I think there's some possibly.
Well, Synestaire, you
Ew.
might actually be right. I did happen to notice something on our way out, and I didn't want to say anything while we were there. I actually did happen to notice one of the people sitting playing chess, one of the patients, actually did have some puncture marks that looked very much like a vampire bite. on the back of their necks.
Oh,
You're not.
so Jasper was right.
You don't really
But
think
I'm
vampires
not
are real.
saying whether it was or not. I mean,
They're real.
but they're supposed to be
Vampires. No.
Yeah, real. They're real. They are real. Trust me.
I'm just saying what it looked like.
Right.
Well,
we've seen Stranger
maybe,
Things.
maybe in your world, Synestaire. I mean,
but they're supposed to be taking care of people there. Why
Yeah,
would
they're.
why would they do
think.
that?
I think they're heavily medicated. There is something not right with the way they are handling the patients. They are keeping them clean, but they are very, very. They're chained down. Number one, they have them chained down.
And who's
They're not walking about.
so wait, were you not able to like rendezvous with the
We
with
did.
the contact?
We did, and
did.
he was not.
So-
He did
could
not
only
have a sound mind.
Yeah, he kept saying the same phrases over and over. So
Do you think it was because of the sedation that he was, or whatever is going on there, that maybe if he was out of there, he would be able to give more information?
that's difficult to say, but being chained to a chair can't be good for you now, could it?
Ashavar will probably clarify that they were comfortable cuffed to keep him from, in case he got agitated, hurting anyone. And,
No, I'm gonna-
There were people walking around.
I'm trying to make the. I'm gonna look at her like I'm trying to sell the story.
She'd
But who's-
stop.
who's gonna help them though?
Exactly, Bryleth.
So wait, I'm sorry, I kind of interrupted you a bit. There was a repeated phrase, like just over and over and over again. What was it?
Apparently, he received some sort of trauma at the hands of the group that he kept saying, "I have fallen from the cliffs. Cliffs I've fallen." The fallen. He does have the tattoo of the group. Well, as far as I could see, I could only lift up his shirt so much with the mage hand.
I've fallen from the cliff above. Ashavar.
Cliff above.
That's-
Yes.
And we believe that he might be referring to the cliff above the city.
Here? And
Here.
Here? Okay. That's
How does one
interesting.
survive such a thing? But
Maybe because don't the richer upper class, aren't they kind of the ones who are up on the cliffs?
Let's
So to speak?
Ashes kind of this should show us, and kind of draws his hands up Iron Man style, and the the map
yes.
bubbles up, whoop, up in the center of the room on the table, and so you get a good visual of Staffney Island, and that looming mountain peak, that kind of ledge that looms over the city, about half the city. I think that let me pull up the map here so I say this properly. City map. I think that they're here's where this covers the eastern part of the city, that ledge, but the ruling class reside in that over here in the southwest, this upper residential district.
I knew we had to talk to them.
So
That
wait,
makes sense.
so I'm sorry, wait, because I don't have the map up right now. So are you saying, okay, so the
Residential.
upper residential district is at the top of the cliff, or was it something else?
Nope, it's just part of the city down below.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there's anything up on this
No
cliff.
connection there. Okay.
Dan, player knowledge. That big square that's in the upper residential district, what is that? Or would we know?
You're actually not sure what that is. You haven't passed that, and it hasn't come up.
I guess, I mean, I had one of those crazy thoughts, those royal families get a little mixed up with one another for too long, and over a lot of time you end up with some less desirable members, and maybe just maybe there was some relation there, but it doesn't seem like it. Maybe the cliff would have been metaphorical from like an upper class falling, but that doesn't seem like it.
I'm just like pointing at Xia, like, yes.
I don't think so.
What are the
Like,
we can look into the families and see if they have anything. What are the names again? Someone got the names, right?
oh yes.
Yeah, I got the names.
Oh,
What
thank
are
you,
they,
Liazana.
Liazana? That's just a ask.
She pulls out her notebook that she'd already put away.
Nice.
Yep. Bowridge, Blakesley, Atwood, Kensington, and Von Sutcliffe.
Did we get a last name for our Galland? Gallant.
Yesra. Yesra.
YUSRA.
Well, we can ask around. Let me just write these down.
I'm sorry for like all of the questions to Liazana and Synestaire and Ashavar. The last one, I promise. So when you went in to visit, did it seem like he gets a lot of visitors, or was it like a big surprise that someone was showing up?
It was a really big surprise.
I think they don't get visitors in general, regardless of the patient.
Okay.
They were surprised to see us, period.
Okay. So, yeah. That doesn't tell us much, but it doesn't not
and
tell us nothing.
Jasper was parading around. He was a patient, but he happened to get through. Get out. Get this. He was clever enough to get to one of the orderlies' attire, and he had himself a sandwich. Sat down and talked to us to tell us that they are experimenting on it. There's devils in there, and they are taking the patient's blood, and
Just gonna...
We have to help these people.
I mean,
that they're doing rituals. Rituals.
What rituals did you see, Synestaire? Like,
I didn't see any rituals. I think he was.
Then how do you know that they're doing rituals?
On the mental patient?
But I think he was a mental patient, but I believe that he had a kernel of truth.
Okay. So let's put A to B to C here. Okay. So you were the one.
And he also said that the upper families usually use that place to tuck people away. They don't want to be seen again.
Oh, they said that specifically?
Yes. That they.
Oh, well, why didn't you mention that in the first place?
Because it was such. I wanted to get you in with the blood sucking and the rituals of the demons.
Let me just finish writing these names down. Liazana, I have Bowridge and Blakesley and Atwood. What are the other two? Again, clearly we need to look into them.
Kensington and Von Sutcliffe.
That's just okay, Xia.
So, I'm gonna say that I do think it's important to figure out whether or not Allie is still alive and delivered the technology. But I do agree there's probably something, probably not vampires. Come on. Like, let's...
I tried to message
You
her again,
have-
she didn't answer.
You have a dad. You have a dad that's how many feet tall, but you don't believe in vampires.
Yeah, but he doesn't like turn into a bat, have giant fangs, and like suck
Vampires
blood.
are part of the demon sphere and the demon web. They're the undead. I mean, surely Bryleth, undead, vampires, right?
Okay.
I read stories about vampires, yeah.
But like, just from a fundamental point of view, right? Okay, so like you have
vampires like to be rich and have power, and they usually are nobility.
So do humans. So do humans. So do
Who
elves,
says a vampire
so do
isn't
dwarves.
human?
I
It
don't.
could be a dwarven. I don't know.
Okay, so from a fundamental point of view, you saw puncture holes, right? Okay, so if there were teeth that went in there, teeth can't suck anything. They'd have to have like little holes in them for the blood to come out through the teeth, and that's just ridiculous. Like,
That sounds preposterous.
yeah, it's probably just some like rich scheme or something. I mean, we did see a shop of like where people were like buying or selling the blood or something in town. So like,
I'm kind
maybe
of
it's like one of
disappointed in
those
you.
kind of blood
I'm
banks sort of
disappointed you
thing.
at Xia. Usually you suspend your belief to believe in fantastic things like a house eating you or a ship eating you, but you can't for vampires. This,
That was just
I
a
don't-
story. That was just
All
a
right.
story.
okay.
Gash just continues writing the names down when you hear a reply from Owie.
You're not dead.
Sorry to bother you, everyone. I'm just, I was on another plane for a bit due to business, and I'm back. So I just want to check in, see if you tried to reach me at all, and make sure everyone's all right.
Did you get our?
Allie,
Oh my god.
we
thought you
have
were
a
dead.
lot of catching up to do.
Oh, all right. Well, that's. And you hear Cassius shout, "No!" Hold on. And he again with an Iron Man wave takes what he wrote on this scroll, and waves it up onto this readout on the table. So I'm loving this concept.
Yeah.
And it's a list of family names, and he scrolls down to the bottom, and enhance.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Please.
and kind of draws with a circle in the last name he was given in Von Sutcliffe, the cliff. You don't think. And that's where we'll end today's
Yes.
session.
Oh my god!
What's funny is I was thinking the exact same thing.
I kept trying to put the name back out.
I hate
What's that
it.
name
I
again?
hate it.
Yes.
It's so terrible. Whee! All right. Oh, beautiful. How exciting. Oh my goodness. Well.
We're
Uh,
currently still alive.
yes, everyone survived it. Oh, kitty cat.
Yeah.
We
Amazing.
survived a week without a death.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
this? Is this normal D&D?
What's this? What's this?
Don't.
What's this? Everyone's alive. What's this?
Amazing night. Players, thank you so much. You're all so fantastic. I absolutely love this. Is
you, Dan.
playing with you all. It's so great. Oh, yeah.
Get down. Kidding.
No problem. It's my pleasure. Gosh, for everyone here, thank you again for all the raids and for the follows and everything. If you enjoyed the show tonight, we always love to ask you to consider giving us a follow. We've got a lot of other content. I'll bring up our schedule here. Oh my gosh, this is the old schedule. Shame. So as you can see, though, we still have a lot of D&D here in this 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time slot. All across the week on every day, except, oh my gosh, let me just pull up this new schedule already. Okay, here we go. Except Thursdays, we have a new campaign coming up on Wednesday nights in a couple of weeks. May 12th.
12, yes.
Okay, yeah. Oh, the Penumbra Assembly that Steph will be DMing, in addition to the Forsaken, with a super fun cast. It's going to be exciting.
All-star cast, Dan.
Yes, all-star cast. You're right.
Don't drop the verbiage.
Nice. We also have a 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern time D&D campaign on Saturdays, just before an Extremis here. Every Tuesday, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, you can catch Dungeon Craft with Steph and Vic, where they paint minis and do tile work.
Sometimes.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it. It's definitely
Yeah.
an experience.
Complicated.
Yes.
Funny.
Yeah. Definitely check it out. Yeah.
Curated.
Awesome. And then every Friday, noon to 3, you can catch Mad Art with Steph. If you're not already a member of our Discord, I strongly recommend giving us a check out. It's very supportive and fun and inclusive. And if you want fan art, like Synestaire and this
Drag.
beautiful drag, setup, or Boop, Xia and Vic, pointing at stuff through the marketplace.
Yes.
You can put in requests, and Steph puts it in a poll for all of us to vote on, then draws it during that show. And then our Sunday afternoon stream, Madbird Plays Board Games, is 2 to 5 Eastern on Sundays. We're actually getting it set up to come back. Hooray! It's going to be under a it's going to work slightly differently than before, but we'll keep you posted on it on our start date with that. We also recently started Patreon. So if you're looking to support us in a monetary way, we'd love to point people to our Patreon, because we can give you a little bit more there, and a little more goes to us. But we love your support, just being here, just hanging out with you all. Love chilling in chat. And with that, we're going to raid over to our friends at Blackwater D&D. Please consider giving a Caw Madbird raid for support and branding when we get over there. Again, you have been watching our Saturday night campaign and Extremis. Sky Pirates, Vampire Asylums, you name it, half-eaten sandwiches,
Dead
all
fur
sorts
bulbs.
of like.
You're not
Ouch.
dead yet.
You're alive. You're walking. You're up.
Amazing.
You're cool.
Sweet. Well, have a wonderful night, everyone, and we'll catch you all soon. Take care. Bye.
Bye.